Hi, welcome you to ABMF Education YouTube channel. Today we continue to look at the EmSAT for UAE students as a requirement for most of the universities and college here. Today we are looking at how we can able to simplify and evaluate some of these expressions. So we have our first question. So you see the numerator have y over x. So let's see if we can express the x squared minus y squared in some way to get the other variable. So here we know that x squared minus y squared can be expressed as x plus y and x minus y. This is something that you should know. If we expand this one, we will get this back. So because of y minus x, it's good if we go this way so that we can able to get what we are looking for. So let's, in place of this one, we are going to put x plus 1 and x minus 1 in place that. Okay, so therefore this implies that over here y minus x all divided by, let me bring this one first. Multiplication is commutative. It doesn't matter whichever one I bring first. So let me bring x minus y and then x plus y here. Now you can see that the numerator, the y minus x, and this one, it kind of is looking a little bit the same. But one of them, the numerator, the y is starting, y here, the x is starting. So we got to do something about it so that they will be the same, and then we can cross it out. Okay, so what we have to do is that I want to flip it. So if you want to flip it, what we have to do is that coefficient of every variable is 1. So there is 1. We can factor the 1 out. So if we can able to factor -1 out, it will help. So let's do that. So if we take -1 out here, this one was positive, but we know that a negative times negative give us positive. So if we have factor -1 out, for us to get back to this, it have to be negative y. And here was negative. We have factored the negative out. So for us to get negative back, negative times positive is negative. So we have to be this one. Okay. And then we will write our denominator, which is x minus y and x plus y. Now you could see that we are making a headway. This is negative. Normally we don't like to begin with a negative. So let's take this behind here and bring this one here. We just switch it. We have done nothing wrong. We haven't changed anything. So here I will have my -1, which is that one. Instead of writing the -1, I'm writing the positive x first. So positive x and then minus a y. I just switch it. And then I write my denominator x minus y times x plus. And now seems that most of the work is done. We see this and that they are the same. Any number divided by itself is 1. So it kind of, this one is turning into 1. So once it turns into 1, that means now this is 1. -1 times 1 is going to be -1. And here is 1, or it's gone, leaving x plus y. And that will give us the A as an option. Make sure you pause, watch over, and get all the concept that you need. Okay, let's look at question number 2. So question number 2, you might think that you have to do something. If you want to do something, that's perfectly fine. But if you plug it right away too, you will get the answers. I'm going to show you 2 ways of doing it, so don't complicate the case all that much. So here, wherever we see x, we put 2. Wherever we see y, we put 4. So here, x minus y all squared over -2. So as we are plugging in, x is 2. So here is going to be 2 minus, and then 4 4 squared over negative 2. When we do that, we get negative 2 squared over negative 2. Negative 2 squared means that negative 2 times negative 2, which is 4. So that implies that we are going to get positive 4 over negative 2. By any time we divide by a negative, we get our answer to be negative. So here we are getting this option here, C. If you want to be a little bit more technical and you say, oh, you want to expand this one, you want to write this one twice. Okay, this one, you want to write it twice, which is that, and then that. If you do that, you're going to get x squared minus 2xy plus y squared. Now, some people might try that. Okay, if there was another variable here, then I would advise you to do that. But even if you do this one, you will still get the same answer. So here is all divided by negative 2. So now we are plugging in the values. Wherever we see x, we put 2. So here is going to be 2 squared minus 2 times 2, and then 4 plus 4 squared, all divided by negative 2. Here will be 4. You multiply, you get 8, and you're going to get 16, so minus 16. And then this one is also positive 16. And you see that this and this will be 0. And that will bring you back to the same 4 over negative 2, which is negative 2. Okay, so whichever way that you go. This should have been straightforward because there was no variable at the denominator, so you should have plugged it right away, and within a minute you'll be done with your answer. Okay, let's look at the last one for today. So here you could see that is another evaluation, and here all of them there is no denominator, so this should be a straightforward. So wherever we see x, we plug in 2, so we get 2, and then here is times 2, and then times 1. Okay, here make sure you apply your PEMDAS if you're using the US way, or those from the BidMaths. All of them work the same. So here we have to do the multiplication first. So it's going to be 2, 3, we are multiplying, and we get 4. Here we have to work within the bracket or parenthesis, and when we do that, we get negative 1. Be careful with that. Some people might say 1 is negative because the negative is bigger, so the answer have to be negative. And then that give you that. And easy peasy, you're done. Thank you very much for sticking with me all the way to the end. Please, if today is your first time, go ahead and subscribe. Then see you in the next video. Bye-bye.